Kumar, we have discussed the state of the economy before also, especially with reference to COVID. Now, the Fitch ratings, they've slashed India's fiscal year 21 growth projection to minus 10.5%. So it's going to be obviously the India's gross domestic product will also be contracted, according to them, by a massive 23.9%. What are your projections? Because as Dr. Venkataraman said, cases are growing, even though people are recovering also. So what kind of scenario do you see unfolding?
So, this quarterly data that has come for the first quarter of this fiscal year officially shows that the economy is contracted by 23.9%. But I believe that that's not quite accurate. It has declined by more than 40%, because as the official document itself says, they didn't have the full data, and therefore they used proxies. They used, for instance, the corporate sector data, but the corporate sector results were declared only of those companies which were functioning well. The companies that were not functioning well were allowed to report their data up to September end. So therefore, this data is going to show a revision. Second is that they use the GST data, and the GST data also showed a lumping in the month of June, because they were allowed to file the GST instead of March and April in June. So my argument is that when the lockdown was there, it was severe, and the economy had declined by at least 75% in the month of April, and maybe by about 60% in May, and about 50% in June. So the rate of growth is less than minus 40%. So for the full year, I think the rate of growth will be way down. It can't be minus 10%. Starting from where it is at this point of time, to get to minus 10%, the economy will have to be growing at something like 7 or 8%, which is almost impossible given the uncertainty. We don't know enough about the virus, when it would peak, whether there'll be a relapse, whether,